Welcome back to season three of the Courtside podcast, everybody. Thanks for joining me. I'm your host, Keehan Lee. We have a jam-packed show. In this week's episode, we recap all the games from week four of the NFL season, why I'm still not buying Lakers stock despite them off to a really good start without LeBron. What are my thoughts on Nico Harrison getting fired by the Mavs? And what are my grades for every single team's stealth jersey for the 2025-26 season? Before we get started, make sure to subscribe button, turn on the post notification bell, like this video, and comment down below what your favorite stealth jersey is for this upcoming season. And without further ado, let's get into the video. All right, kicking off week number four, we got the Wizards and the Pistons. And honestly, this game was actually a lot more competitive than I actually thought it was going to be. I thought the Pistons were just going to beat them, but the Wizards, they fought. Obviously, you look at the box score right here. CJ McCollum, Blazer legend, had 42 points. Alex Sarr had 15 points. Keyshawn George had 14 points. Trey Johnson had 10 points. And off the bench, they had Cam Whitmore with 20 points and Bub Carrington with 11 points. As for the Pistons, Cade Cunningham took 45 shots. He had 46 points. Jalen Duren is getting better. He has 19 points. Duncan Robinson had 13 points. But the real star of the show outside Cade was Dennis Jenkins with 24 points. Peeking at the next game, we got the Hawks and the Clippers, and I looked at it at the beginning, I thought the Clippers were going to win this game, but the Hawks had other ideas. Kristaps Porzingis had 20 points. Zachary Richey had 11 points. Jalen Johnson, who's been like balling out this year, had 16 points. And their bench was led by Vit Krejci with 28 points. As for the Clippers, James Harden had 35 points. Chris Dunn had 11 points. Ivica Zubac had 13 points. Derrick Jones Jr. had 11 points. And their bench was led by Brook Lopez and Kobe Brown, each with 9 points. Peeking at the next game, we got the Celtics and the Sixers in what seems to be a Celtics Sixers throwdown. As we can see by the box score, Derek White had 18 points, Jaylen Brown had 24 points, and their bench was led by Anthony Simons, who had 17 points. As for the Sixers, Andre Drummond had 14 points, Kelly Oubre had 12 points, Tyrese Maxey had 21 points, and their bench was led by Justin Edwards with 22 points and Quentin Grimes with 18 points. Peeking at the next game, we got the Nuggets and the Kings and what seems to be an old-fashioned ass whooping. Aaron Gordon calmed down a little bit. He had 17 points. Nikola Jokic had 35 points. Jamal Murray had 23 points. Christian Brown had 12 points. And their bench was led by Bruce Brown with 14 points and Jonas Valanciunas with 10 points. As for the Kings, Domantas Sabonis had 19 points. DeMar DeRozan had 18 points. Zach LaVine had 12 points, and their bench was led by Drew Eubanks with 19 points, Russ with 14, and Malik Monk with 12 points. Moving on, we got the Magic and the Knicks in what seems to be a very good win from the Magic. Paolo was shut down to 4 points even though he got hurt. Franz had 28 points. Wendell Carter Jr. had 13 points. Desmond Bane, I think, had his best game as a Magic. He had 22 points. Jalen Suggs with 14 points. And their bench was led by Anthony Black with 17 and Goga Bitsa with 10 points. As for the Knicks, Cat balled out with 15 points. Jalen Brunson had 31 points. I believe he also got hurt in this game. I'm not entirely sure, but I don't know. Josh Hart had 10 points and Landry Shamet had 11 points off the bench. Next game up, we got the Lakers and the Thunder, and this game was like not even close. I mean, as the Hyenas and the Lion can say, it got ugly real quick. I mean, Rui had 13 points. Luka Doncic had 19 points. Austin Reeves had 13 points. Dalton Connect balled out. He had 16 points, but it was not enough as the Lakers lost by a whopping score. As for the Thunder, Isaiah Hartenstein had 11 points. Chet Holmgren had 11 points. SGA had 30 points. Asia Mitchell had 14 points. And their bench was led by Isaiah Joe and Usman Jang with 21 and 10 points. And oh, by the way, Alex Caruso also added another 10 points. Next game up, we got the Raptors and the Cavs. And honest to God, the Raptors might be cooking, man. They might be cooking. I mean, Brandon Ingram had 11 points. Scotty Barnes had 28 points. Jakob Poeltl had 20 points. Emmanuel Quickly had 25 points. And their bench was led by Sandro Kuzmia with 13 points. As for the Cavs, I mean, DeAndre Hunter had 16 points. Donovan Mitchell had 31 points. Sam Merrill had 12 points, and their bench was led by Nico Tomlin with 18 points and Craig Porter Jr. with 10 points. Next up, we got the Hawks and the Cavs, and it seems like once again Jalen Johnson is balling out. I mean, Onyeka Okongwu had 32 points and made 8 threes. Jalen Johnson had 13 points, 31 points, sorry. Zachary Shea had 11 points. Nickeil Alexander-Walker had 16 points, and their bench was actually pretty solid. Yeah, it was led by um, Vit Krejci with 20 and Luke Kennard with 12 points. As for the Jazz, I mean, Lauri Markkanen had 40 points. My boy Nurk had 10 points. Uh, Keontae George had 19 points. Ace Bailey had 21 points, and their bench was led by Isaiah Collier with 10 points. Next up, we got the Heat and the Knicks. And honest to God, I thought the Heat were going to win this game. I truly thought, but as I always say, I beg to differ. I mean, Andrew Wiggins had 15 points. Khalil Ware had 15 points. Um, Norman Powell had his best game as a Heat. He had 38 points. Davion Mitchell had 11 points. Pelle Larsson had 14 points. And their bench was led by Jaime Jaquez with 23 points. Moving on to the Knicks, I mean, Cat had 39 points. I think he played like he started off red hot to start the game. I can't remember how many points he had to start the game, but he had 39 points. Mikal Bridges had 15 points, and their bench actually was led by Landry Shamet with 36, Josh Hart with 12, and Jordan Clarkson with 24 points. Peeking at the next game, we got the Warriors and the Spurs, and honest to God, this was an amazing game. I mean, you got Jimmy Butler with 21 points. Steph had 49 points. Will Richard had 10 points. Brandon Podziemski led all bench scores with 10 points as they had a really good win. I actually saw the score of this game, so it was like pretty cool to see. And for the Spurs, I mean, Wemby had 26 points. De'Aaron Fox had 24 points. Devin Vassell had 11 points, and Stephon Castle had 13 points, and their bench was led by Julius Champagnie with 13 points. Peeking at the next game, we got the Grizzlies and the Cavs, and I mean, I don't even know what to say at this point about the Grizzlies. I mean, Jaren Jackson Jr. had 26 points. Cedric Cowell had 10 points. Zach Edey had 13 points. Ja was actually, and I believe he got hurt, but he had 7 points. And their bench was led by Santi Aldama with 12 points. As for the Cavs, I mean, Donovan Mitchell had 30 points. Evan Mobley had 22 points. Jared Allen had 16 points. Sam Merrill led all bench scores with 13 points, and their bench was led by Lonzo with 9 points. And finally, we got America's game of the week right here, the Lakers and the Bucks. And this game got ugly really quickly. I mean, you got Luka with 41, DeAndre Ayton with 20, Austin Reeves had 25 points, And their bench, oh, by the way, was led by Jackson Hayes, 10 points. As for the Bucks, I mean, Giannis had 32 points. AJ Green had 15 points. Ryan Rollins had 10 points. And their bench was led by Gary Payton Jr. with 13 points. So what are you guys' thoughts on this week's primetime game? What was your favorite game that you probably watched this week on prime time? Let's get into our next topic. So now we're gonna get into a topic that I have been waiting so long to do for what seems like forever, and that is react to the firing of Nico Harrison. I want to clap really loudly right now, but like I'm my mom's sleeping like off camera, so like I have to be quiet. But it's about goddamn time, Dallas. It's about goddamn time. Like, let me preface by saying I don't like it when anyone gets fired. You know, it just like haunts me, you know, whether I see it live in action or I see it on like television, it just like it just gives me the chills, man. But with this one, I'm happy that he got fired. This man should have been fired the day that he traded away Luka Doncic. It's like I know it's been almost like a year since this trade happened, but I can't stop thinking about it. Like as Jason Kelsey his like, you know, segment with his, why in the hell would you want to trade away a guy who took you to the finals where no one in the media said, "Oh yeah, the Mavs are gonna make the finals this year." I know Tim Legler, who I absolutely love, said it like towards the end of the season because of the offseason moves. But if you asked during the 23, what was it, 23 offseason, no one picked them to win. A lot of people were saying Denver, you know. A lot of people said the Lakers, the Warriors, the Bucks, Celtics, the Heat, even the Suns, you know. No one picked Dallas to even sniff the playoffs or the play-in, you know? And the fact that the Mavericks did it shows that they could. And right now, Nico Harrison does a job, and absolutely he does deserves it 1000%. All right. I'm not trying to sound like, oh, I want him fired. This guy is an idiot. Like what like I know I just said this just now, but I am still in disgust with that trade to this day. You know, and that they got the number one pick. That's another thing. I am still really salty about that. And I'm also so shocked by it. So yeah. What are you guys' thoughts? So anyway, what are you guys' thoughts on the Nico Harrison fine? Was it about damn time or not? But yeah. Moving on to our next segment, we're going to briefly talk about the Suns because, you know, I want to talk a little bit about Phoenix a little bit and how they've been playing, you know. And obviously, as many of you guys know, the Suns are right now, as I'm recording this video right now, they're 8-5, by the way. They're 8-5. They're playing really well right now, and this is the post Big Three era, you know, and you know, I'm actually been impressed. You know, Jordan Knott has been playing really well. Grayson Allen, I think, had a 40 piece like not too long ago. So like he's been playing really well for them. Devin Booker has been playing well. Jalen Green, I know he only's played like one game since he came back, but like he looked amazing. Dylan Brooks, I think I can't remember which game it was, but like he had probably his best game, I think, as a Sun. You know, he's playing that like lockdown defender that they needed. Because I felt like the last few years, I will admit, they didn't have a lockdown defender. I mean, they had KD, who is a lockdown defender, but KD's like 37 years old, you know. So I've been really impressed with them. You know, and overall, like this team has like life, you know. And look, I still think this team is not ready to make the playoffs just yet, just because, the West is like an absolute gauntlet. But if they make the playoffs, like I won't be surprised at all. The challenge for the Suns is, can Devin Booker like lead this team? Like, let me remind you, this team is still very young. Like, I know they have like Det Book, I think Grayson, um, Royce O'Neal, like most of their vets are like are considered old and they have like a lot of young pieces on their team. I think this team could be very annoying. Come maybe play some spoiler, you know? But that's just my opinion. So what are you guys' thoughts on the Suns? Do you think they could continue the success? Let me know in the comment section below. So moving on to our next segment, we're going to be discussing about the Spurs and how I was kind of right about them, even though like it's been 12 games. They actually, I think they were like the only un one of the undefeated teams, like after like every single team who was undefeated, but I was right. I don't think the Spurs are a contender. I understand they have contender like pieces like with De'Aaron Fox, Stephon Castle taking another leap. Obviously, Wemby is playing absolutely amazing, but like I'm not buying it. All right, I understand this team has been playing really well, but like this team is not ready to compete. Like I'm actually, if I can, I'm gonna link a video in my description about one of my favorite content creators discussing like some questions about the Spurs if they want to be in that like OKC, Houston, Denver tier in terms of teams that could win the finals. So like like he actually breaks it down on like how like what are the questions for the Spurs to become a true contender. All right, I do think this team is gonna be a lot better than last year, but I just playoffs, I don't think they're gonna make the playoffs. So what are you guys' thoughts? Do you think the Spurs will make the playoffs? Let me know in the comment section below. So moving on to our next segment, we're going to briefly discuss about the Lakers because I have to talk about the Lakers, even though I don't want to talk about them because like my uncle Tony, he's a diehard Lakers fan, so he wants me to give my 2 cents about it. And they've been playing really well. I think they're 9-3 right now. They have been playing really well, and they're doing it without LeBron, of course. And Uncle Tony, I know you're gonna hate me for saying this, but like I still don't think this team is good enough to win a title. Like we just saw, when they played OKC, like that like as I've always said before, there are levels to this. All right. You could be a good team, all right, you can be a elite team, or you could be like the king of the hill. I know I'm not making like king of the hill pun, but like there are levels to this. And right now, as I stand here recording on November 16th, they're not a contender. All right. They're not. All right, they have a lot of issues on their team. All right. Primarily their center position, is DeAndre Ayton willing to be like have a lesser role, you know? Can Austin Reeves like play well in the playoffs? Like can Austin Reeves be the guy that like that this guy can win us a playoff series? Like we know what LeBron and Luca are gonna do. The challenge for the Lakers has always been when those two are shut down or when those two players don't play well, who's that third guy? It kind of reminds me, and I know they didn't make the playoffs last year and they got swept the year before that. But this kind of gives me like Phoenix Suns big three vibes, where there's going to be a point in time where the team is going to shut down either LeBron or Luca. And can Austin Reeves be that guy saying, I could win you a playoff game? All right. And right now, I don't think they can. I still think they have a lot of issues, but this team right now, I will admit, has played well. I'm just not ready to say they are a contender as of right now. So what are you guys' thoughts on the Lakers? Do you think they could win the finals this year? I know that sounds stupid, but win the chip this year? Let me know in the comment section below. All right, so moving on, we're going to be ranking our every team stealth jersey for the upcoming 25-26 season because I believe they actually released them this year. So I actually have the tier list right here, you know. So we have, you know, the top tier, which is Where's My Wallet, meaning I absolutely love these new stealth jerseys. Below that, I will consider buying it, because they look cool. And then below that, we have they look okay, like they don't look fancy. And then I would buy it if I'm forced to. Like if I'm gonna buy this for a friend, I will buy it because like I love my friend. Well, it depends on the friend, but you know what I'm saying. And then at the bottom, can someone bleach my eyes? Like I don't like these. So let's start with the Hawks. I believe these are the Hawks new ones. Let me actually look up these. Okay. The Hawks, they look okay. I mean, I think they brought back the peach colors, which I actually like. They look solid. The Celtics. I'm gonna get a lot of hate for this, but can someone bleach my eyes? These might be, in my opinion, the worst stealth jerseys in the NBA. All right. The Nets. I would consider buying the Nets stealth jersey. I mean, look at I know you guys can't see it, but like these jerseys look kind of sick. The Hornets. What in the Matrix hell is the Hornets stealth jersey? Like what? I would buy it if I'm forced to, man. Like these stealth jerseys do not look good. I'm not gonna lie. Like is that what the Hornets stealth jerseys actually look like? Oh my God. Yeah. Yeah, I would buy it if I'm forced to, man. I don't want to get that. Next up we got the Bulls. I would buy it if I'm forced to. I'm not the biggest, you know. I would buy it if I'm forced to. Like these jerseys look all right, but they don't look as crazy as like they say. The Cavs. I actually would. Where's my wallet? Like the land. When I think for me, these jerseys right here are pretty cool. Next up, we got the Mavericks. Oh, they look okay. I think they look like the same Mavs uniforms as before. Like the Mavs, in my opinion, always have the same stealth jersey colors whenever they release their stealth jerseys. But yeah, the Nuggets. Where's my wallet? I mean, the Nuggets have always had really good stealth jerseys for like the past couple years. These ones are fire. Next up, we got the Pistons. I would consider. I don't think they. All right. They're still pretty cool to me. Both of them are, but I would consider the Warriors. Where's my wallet? I mean, I really like these Warriors stealth jerseys. They give me like 2017, 18 vibes. Like the Warriors, in my opinion, have always had a really good stealth jersey. The Rockets. I mean, aren't they the same exact thing? Didn't they release these last year, I think? So yeah, they look okay. The Pacers. I would consider buying the Pacers, you know. These look okay, I guess. The Clippers. I'm not gonna lie, can someone bleach my eyes? Like I really don't like these Clippers stealth jerseys. Like I have never in my life in like since I've been doing this like podcast have never been the biggest like Clippers like stealth jerseys. Like the Clippers in my opinion have always had for some apparent reason some of the worst stealth jerseys on the planet. The Lakers. I would buy it if I'm forced to. Like if I'm buying it for my Uncle Tony, I'll probably buy it for him, but like these are not the same. The Grizzlies. I have to actually look the Grizzlies ones up so I don't look stupid. The Grizzlies. Oh, they brought these back? Yeah, where's my wallet, man? I actually even though this team is annoying, I really like these stealth jerseys. The Heat, I mean, where's my wallet? The Heat have always had the best stealth jerseys. The Bucks. Can someone bleach my eyes? Like the Bucks have always had like a hit or miss like stealth jerseys like over the past couple years. So I would say, can someone bleach my eyes? The Wolves. Um, they look okay. They look okay. I'm not the biggest, like the Wolves have always had like a pretty solid stealth jerseys, but not this year. The Pelicans. I know a lot of people are gonna say I'm crazy for this. I would actually buy the Pelicans stealth jersey. Like the Pelicans have some of the nicest stealth jerseys in the league. The Knicks. I mean, they look okay. They're like same as their like home jerseys. The Thunder. I would buy it if I'm forced to. Like, let me see, because I have to double check what these like stealth jerseys actually look like. Thunder. Oh yeah, no, I'm not buying this. I'll buy if I'm forced to. The Magic. They look okay, you know. Philly. I would buy it if I'm forced to. I'm not the biggest like Philly to me has always had like an up and down like stealth jerseys over the past couple years. I would buy it if I'm forced to. The Valley, my favorite. Yeah, where's my wallet? Blazers. Oh yeah, I would buy the Blazers. You know, the Kings. They look okay. The Spurs. I mean, they look okay. They're not the best, but they look okay. The Raptors. Where's my rock? Without question, in my opinion, the Raptors have the best stealth jerseys in the league. Period. Like with that Raptor, Jazz. I mean, they look okay, but they don't look the best. But it is what it is. And finally, the Wizards. I'm not gonna lie. I know a lot of Wizards fans are gonna be triggered when I say this. Can someone bleach my eyes? Like I like when I see CJ McCollum wear that jersey, I might want to bleach my eyes. 'Cause I don't know why. But yeah, those are my grades for every single team's stealth jersey for the upcoming 25-26 season. What are you guys' thoughts? Let me know in the comment section below. So yeah, moving on to our next segment, we're gonna get into our week 5 picks for this week. There's a lot of games going on this week, so like I'm gonna go through them as fast as I can. So we're gonna do week Bucks and the Cavs to start things off. I'm gonna take the Cavs in this one. I know the Bucks have been playing really well, but I'm gonna take the Cavs. Grizzlies and the Spurs. I'm gonna take the Spurs here, especially without Ja. Suns and the Blazers. Give me the Suns, man. They've been playing really well as of late. I'm gonna take them to win it. Oh, we got ourselves a good one. Rockets and the Cavs. This is going to be a fun game to watch. I'm going to take the Rockets, though, to win this game. I think they're going to continue to play well. Knicks and the Mavs. As I'm recording this video right now, there is no indication on what the status is for Jalen Brunson and OG Anunoby. I know OG is hurt, but I have to look at it first. Let me see. Let me look at the if I can find it. Yeah, so OG is going to be out for a while, and then Jalen Brunson could miss it. So I'm going to hypothetically say he's not going to play. I'm still going to roll with the Knicks here. The Mavs are just like not that good. Hawks and Spurs. This is always a good matchup when these two teams play each other, but there is no Trae Young in this game. So I'm going to take the Spurs in this one. Pacers and the Cavs. I unfortunately have to take the Cavs here. I just feel so bad for the Pacers right now because they're not playing well. And then I think this is America's game of the week right here. Nuggets and the Rockets. Jokic versus KD, round one, game one. I'm gonna take the Rockets though. Actually, no, I'm gonna take the Nuggets in this one. I think Jokic is gonna have a great game. I also think KD is gonna have a great game as well. Knicks and the Magic. I'm still gonna take the Knicks here. And then finally we got the Pistons and the Bucks. I'm gonna roll with the Bucks. So those are my week 5 NBA predictions. So what are you guys' thoughts on this week's episode of the Courtside podcast? I know this was kind of like a long episode, I would say, long for my standards. But with that being said, I hope you have a fantastic rest of your week. Stay safe and stay warm out there. And I'll see you guys next time. I'm out. Peace.